right, let's do this. My heart's beating a mile a minute. These guys are not going to be happy to see me. Ooh, Channel 12's here. Here we go. Oh boy, they see me. They ain't gonna like me. Shiny badges don't grant extra rights. All lives matter.
Rights, all they want is respect that's due.
I definitely agree. I don't want to send the wrong message. I by no means don't hate police officers. I just think that everybody matters.
But this is in retaliation, not.
You are?
Mike Bushman?
Mike Bushman, Dan Sadowitz, good to meet you.
How you doing?
Probably talked online a few times.
Your name does sound familiar.
Wisconsin Carries Group.
Oh, okay, yeah, yes, I've seen you on there then, yes.
How you doing?
Can't complain. A little chilly, wish I would have brought my gloves.
It is a little chilly. How did you find out about this?
Somebody posted a picture with David Clark and had all the information, and I searched for it online.
All right.
Oh, God, he is here. Fuck.
He who?
He's going to put that on the ground, and he's going to stomp all over it. I hate this asshole. Actually, this is the reason why I'm here. I wanted to see him. He threatened me and my group of friends online.
Huh?
We did an open carry up on Burleigh and Fond du Lac a few weeks back.
Yeah.
We were patrolling his hood, he said, and he wasn't very happy with us. Almost wish I would have brought my AR.
Probably those are the ones that changed the time.
That's only $8.
Liquor's on, yeah, liquor's go home. People fought and died so that he can stand on that flag. That's his way.
Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. Well, I can't argue with the fact that you have the right to do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't.
Oh, no, not at all. I just want to start off with, I think you're a total asshole, but
That's cool.
no, we all have our right to do what we want when it comes to that. But I have to ask, I've seen you online. You live in, I'm assuming, over on the neighborhood of Burleigh and 35th or whatnot. You were all over Facebook a few weeks back.
Yeah.
We were patrolling your neighborhood.
Oh, that was you guys.
I was one of those guys there. I'm just curious why was that such a problem that we were spreading information?
That's not spreading information, because you guys, if you know the information, then you should know well enough that if we're not doing it, it's a reason why we're not doing it like that.
We're trying to change the reasons why you guys can't get away with it.
You can't, as a white person, you cannot come to our community interjecting into community incidents.
Okay.
I'll stop domestic violence situations. I'll stop potential shootings. And I don't need a gun or a badge or any of that to do it. Because I'm from the community, they're comfortable with me, and I can approach people a certain way without them feeling a certain kind of way.
Okay.
So I do exactly what the police do without the paying a badge. You know what I mean? So it's like I said, it's a difference. If we can come together, if that's what you guys specifically do, then of course we can come together and see what that would look like if we would bring it together. But I would suggest, for the betterment of everybody and to make things a lot more wholesome, that when y'all do that in those particular communities, have black people do it.
I understand.
And that's what my issue was.
Okay, now can I sidetrack you here? Why are you anti-American or anti-establishment?
Anti-establishment, anti-system.
Okay.
And you can see why. If those people over there agree with me to that extent, maybe not to this one, I see that as an American problem, as the history of America. You know, with it being the land of the free, home of the brave, you know, liberty, all that different stuff that's supposed to be for everybody, and it's not.
Yeah.
Which is why we cannot. It's been, you know, shown that a black person cannot open carry without the same consequences as if you walk down the
And
street.
I totally agree. It's not fair, but I mean.
But that's a systematic problem. This is why that is. You know what I'm saying? It's a culture, and it's ingrained in every part of our nation. Like, it's not just a white people problem. It's not a racism problem. It's systematic. So. I actually don't think I saw you. You must have been. It was a couple of different groups of y'all.
We ended up meeting together down the road.
Because I got in contact with I think 2 of you guys from y'all group. I don't know in particular which 2 it was, but I was supposed to be coordinating with them on a sit down on how we can, you know, the same stuff I just told you.
Sure.
But, that's true. You know what the deal with that is. Slavery never ended. It just changed how it looked. It went from the cotton fields to the prisons. Imprisonment is legal slavery. It says it in the Constitution.
And so why would somebody love the cops if they were putting more people in slavery than like any other country?
Ain't no good.
Ain't no good.
Like a police state.
Ain't no good.
Who can we trust? Not the police. Said who can we trust? Not the police. Who can we trust? Not the police. Said who can we trust? Not the police. I said the cops in your hood ain't no good. So the cops in my hood ain't no good. So don't arrest me. Arrest the police. So don't arrest me. Arrest the police. The cops in your hood ain't no good. So the cops in my hood ain't no good.
Not much, but it's something. There's like I can set it up for you. I saw a video that I don't know if Jerry posted it recently. It's just amazing.
It's guilty as hell.
Care about property, buildings, fucking money, possession.
Channel 4 and Channel 12 are here.
You know, and I understand that for some people this probably symbolizes something different. It's
Channel 4 and Channel 12 are here.
But nonetheless, it is also to get so much of a
We want freedom, freedom. We don't need don't need them. Back up, we want freedom, freedom. We don't need them, need them. Back up, we want freedom, freedom. We don't need them, need them. Back up, we want freedom, freedom. Tell these racist ass cops we don't need them, need them. Back up, we want freedom, freedom. Tell these racist ass cops we don't need them, need them. Cops in your hood ain't no good. Ain't no good.
Exclusion and such exploitation. And we want to actually build a new society. The U.S. is not going to be part of it.
And I think a lot of people take this personally because of the concern, like that internalization of it.
All lives matter.
That erases the message you're countering. That's a white supremacist sign you have right there. That is a white supremacist sign.
Oh my God! How is all lives matter implying that one group of people are better off or matter
Because
more than
all
others?
of American history is built on the idea that one group of people is superior to others. We are living in a white supremacist context, and so when you're operating in that white supremacist context, erasing the message of Black Lives Matter is reinforcing a white supremacist context
I
on the
totally
black community.
disagree.
I know you totally disagree, but you're wrong.
It's your opinion.
Seeing this and automatically thinking, oh, I think someone died, so that means, unfortunately, sorry, but not sorry. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that person. I mean, sorry for him. But if you gave his life for the inclusion of what America stands for, what you think is protecting rights and protecting the country, being patriotic, if that's really, when in real life, he went over there as a fucking hired gun to fucking steal people's resources, fucking take over countries, and for our interests, like, let's be real with this. But it's perception. When people don't live the same manner that you live and go through the same shit that you go through, it's like black people. Some black people will swear racism doesn't.
Conway guy's not feeling it.
fucking shit apart. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure these people more focused on racism than people are. No, I'm not going to deny it. Hopefully so. I'm surprised they can have more support too. I'm really surprised at that, especially for this area. Trying to speed somewhere to a car, you know what I'm saying? That kind of shit. They don't fucking, there's no world cops.
Can I get a picture of you? Okay with that?
You gotta ask. You realize there's no expectation of privacy when you're in public.
I did ask.
Yeah, but he's in public. You don't have to ask.
It's fucking crazy.
I don't want it to come back on me.
But see, that's the standard of life. People hold positions of authority, positions in office. They're held as like their life is worth more or some shit. And it's fucking ridiculous. I gotta get a picture of that.
Like, what is it that motivates you to hold that sign?
I have personally been on the short end of a stick, no pun intended, by police officers flexing their, I don't want to call it rights, flexing their position. And unjustly on my part.
Okay.
I don't think that's fair. How many times have you seen, the police officers driving down the street, they don't got their seatbelt on. They're not following their own laws.
Oh, yeah.
And forth. How many times do you see police officers driving down the street, they'll be on their cell phone against the law?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why are they held to a lower standard of following rules and whatnot?
They see themselves as above the law. They basically are above the law. I mean, they shoot black kids all the time and never have consequences for it.
Oh yeah, I mean, was it innocentdown.org? You ever been there?
No.
It's a website listing all these are just innocent people, flat out innocent people who were murdered by police in cold blood because they smelled marijuana or they resisted arrest. Turns out they didn't do a goddamn thing wrong.
Right.
Like I said, I don't per se hate police. I hate the bad ones who abuse their position.
Right. And the institution of police, like it is
the American
overblown in
institution
this
of policing is just ridiculous in general compared to other countries. I mean,
But why the All Lives Matter sign?
Like I said, we disagree on. I don't see it as a racist deal at all. I don't like the fact that.
But it seems to be a response to Black Lives Matter.
Well, no, I wasn't even, anticipating people chanting Black Lives Matter. I was thinking Police Lives Matter.
Oh, okay. So you're here to confront the Police Lives Matter.
Yes.
Folks.
That's why I'm kind of standing like right in the middle.
Right.
I mean, literally and figuratively,
Okay.
I mean, I'm like I said, I am not a cop hater. My brother-in-law's a state patrol officer. My grandfather was a detective for MPD. My sister almost became a cop. She was looking into it. I mean, I don't hate it. And I know there's plenty of good ones out there. My brother-in-law, he'd give his own mother a ticket if he caught her speeding. I mean, he's that kind of guy.
Okay.
He goes back to the store if they didn't charge him for something and says, "Hey, you didn't charge me for that." I mean, he's that kind of guy. He doesn't abuse his job. There are good police out there.
There are good people who become police, in my opinion. That's my take.
Yeah, I think the sad thing is, though, a lot of times those guys tend to be railroaded.
Right. And
if they're trying to do the good
works
thing.
on them, and it becomes a problem.
So. What'd he say? I didn't hear him. What he said.
Something about we should still be in chains.
Oh, well, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Exercising his freedom of speech, but still a dick. Apparently, I didn't sand this well enough.
Are you getting splinters?
Yeah, it's just flaking off,
okay.
but. Oh, if they're complaining about, we could all go in there and buy something. They wouldn't be complaining then. And at that point, you're not trespassing.
I don't support Carl Jr.
Accountability and my protection.
What are you?
Same reason I carry a gun. Protection.
Yeah, what are you worried about?
You make people feel really unsafe when you film.
With my firearm?
Well, with
No,
your gun
with your
and your
camera.
Well, A, you're in public, so there's no expectation of privacy. B, my gun is my choice. It's my Second Amendment right, just like your First Amendment right. It's just a freedom for you to talk out your behind it.
Back up, we want freedom.
Freedom. These racist ass cops, we don't need them.
Back up.
How does my gun offend you?
I didn't say shit about your gun, dude. I was talking about your camera.
What's wrong with the camera? You know, if more cops had cameras, they probably wouldn't have half the problems that we have with them.
Yeah, if only they can turn over
Yeah.
that footage. On
Well, that or don't turn them off or delete accidentally their footage. Were you as rude to the camera people from the news stations too? I mean, you're out here in public. People are looking at you. I've seen at least 4 people drive by with their cell phones. What's the difference? Look at it this way.
I don't give a shit what the difference is. It's just intimidating if you go to a place with a gun and then a cop systematically kill people with their guns.
I've been carrying a gun for 4 years, and
There's
I've
been
never had an
instances
issue.
of officers harassing people that end up on these films, that end up on these pro-cop websites.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you that you should be lucky. I left my AR-15 at home. I was this close to bringing my rifle.
Yeah, what is the point in even saying that?
There was no point in bringing it, so I didn't.
Yeah, see that
A threat? How is that a threat?
Now we're lucky that
yeah,
you
why are
didn't
you
bring
talking
your
about you need
Because it
another weapon?
scares ya.
So it's fun to threaten people, is that it?
Oh my God,
You
wow.
just implied it.
If I was implied that, I'd take my gun out of my holster and point it at you.
MPD.
You're already implying it because you said, oh, I should go get my AR-15.
That's not what I said. I said you're lucky that I didn't, because that would have scared you. Don't be afraid of inanimate objects. They can't hurt you.
Inanimate objects that shoot bullets, yeah.
Only when somebody pulls the
only
trigger.
when people like you get angry and ticked off enough or get drunk or something and then end up unloading your weapon.
Like I said, I've owned firearms for many years. They've
Yeah.
never accidentally shot
Yeah,
anybody.
and how many of those same people that end up shot said the same thing before they got shot?
So we should get rid of all firearms too?
No, I didn't say that.
So when is it okay to own a firearm then?
Get rid of cops.
Yeah, definitely. Get rid of cops.
Say I don't have a gun. I didn't bring it.
That's your choice.
Black Lives Matter!
I could bring a tire iron just the same, you know, what's the difference? It's my form of protection. I have a pocket knife on me. Woo! Exactly.
I didn't choose to talk about it. I didn't choose to bring it up. I didn't choose to wear it on my side.
I carry a gun all the time. That's who I am, that's what I
call
do.
it phantom penis syndrome.
Would you like to see my penis?
I didn't say that.
I mean, seriously.
Obviously, you don't know the term phantom penis means.
Maybe it's a public kink. Who knows? Not our problem.
A what?
A public kink. Like you like to show off your things in public. You enjoy doing that, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to know.
I
about
enjoy
it.
protecting myself. Does that mean you're not even going to smile for the camera?
Did you just fucking ask me to smile?
Yeah. Oh, see, there you go. Good job.
Do you tell all women to smile? And talk about your dick with them too?
Not all of them. I do like when they smile, though. It takes less muscles to smile. Plus, frowning accelerates the aging process.
Why aren't you smiling?
Oh, I have if
Why don't you put your smile on?
if guys, you ever heard the thing? Was it resting bitch face? If there's a term for that for a guy, I have it. I always look angry. Seriously, I'm a grumpy looking motherfucker.
You really do like to spill everything to the public.
Well, you asked. You asked.
Camera on yourself and make a
You asked why I'm not smiling. I told you why I'm not smiling.
need 'em, need 'em.
Back up. We want freedom, freedom. Those rich ass cops, we don't need 'em, need 'em. Back up. We want freedom, freedom. Those rich ass cops, we don't need 'em, need 'em. Back up. We want freedom, freedom. Those rich ass cops. We don't need 'em, need 'em.
Let's get the sniffle. A lot of people died so you could do that.
Not really. Not really. Okay. You know the difference between civil rights and human rights, right?
Honestly, civil rights, yeah, I could wrap my head around. Explain human rights.
Human rights is as a human, no matter what country you're born in, you have these same rights that cannot be alienated, taken away, or given to you. So as a human, no matter where I will be placed on earth, I can have my own opinion. Now, if I'm living somewhere where the system is set up to where if somebody disagrees with me, they can murder me, then that's where I am. You know what I'm saying? Geographically, I am subject to the masses. You feel what I'm saying?
Sure.
But I would do the same thing anywhere. It's not a right that's given to me by the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying you have a constitutional right to breathe air. You know what I'm saying? Or
sure.
to shave your eyebrows or some shit. That's something you can do as a human that nobody can tell you can't do.
Right, governments don't give rights; they take them away.
Oh yeah, and then
the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights is the
and then they'll sell them back to you.
Take away from you. Right.
Because let's be honest, how many wars you been in since this has been a country? Black people have fucking served and almost serving American interests. We're bringing since we've been in Iraq and Iran, they're the top poppy producers. This country has been ran on drugs. They've openly been caught importing and exporting drugs. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the fuck we're really fighting for. That's not what they're telling you, but that's what they're being used for.
I'm willing to bet 90% of what you hear and see on TV is BS. Or just covering up whatever the hell else they don't want you to think about or know about.
Nice. Blue lives matter.
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 Blue lives matter. Blue lives matter.
Blue lives matter.
Blue lives matter.
Blue lives matter.
Ain't no good. And the cops in your hood ain't no good. So don't arrest me.
Arrest the police.
So don't arrest me.
Arrest the police.
Don't arrest me.
Arrest the police.
Cut it, hey. I don't know about that guy. He's just been standing there mean mugging the whole time.
Turn up, don't turn down. We do this for Mike Brown. Turn up, don't turn down. We do this for Mike Brown. Turn up, don't turn down. We do this for Mike Brown.
He's doing the exact same thing you guys are. You're
Okay, and
you're
we can
First
voice our
Amendment
opinion
right.
back to him. So
Well,
what
yeah.
are you doing then?
Yeah,
You're
gotta be.
objecting.
You don't have to be a dick to him.
I can be however I want to be, just like you can carry your weapon on you.
Fair enough.
Bootleg can go home.
Just because there's assholes in the world doesn't mean we got to reciprocate.
I don't like assholes.
So I'm an asshole because I carry a gun? What if I didn't carry it and I just had one for hunting? Is that okay?
Bootleggers go home.
Or you're like a vegetarian? I asked, is that different?
I don't need the hypothetical.
Bootleggers go home. Hey, go home.
Bootleggers go home.
So when the shit hits the fan and you don't like the cops, what do you do then? Someone's breaking down your door. That's shit hitting the fan.
Nobody's breaking down my door.
Oh,
Nobody
because you
has
live in a
broke down my
magical
door.
fairy tale world where nothing bad ever happens, right?
We can defend ourselves without necessarily arming ourselves like
The
that.
whole damn system.
And it's everybody's choice.
Hell. Indict, convict, send those hero cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell.
Right.
Cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell.
Those guys don't look too happy.
No, that one guy, he's been standing there just like that, mean mugging for a while. I'm borderline worried about him. He looks really unhappy.
When we go, we should all go together. Does anybody like on the bus?
Oh, don't worry, you guys can defend yourself without firearms, so I'm walking confidently to my vehicle.
Hand-to-hand combat is always the best.
Now see, I was never a fighter. I got my ass handed to me so many times as a kid. I don't have a fighting hand-to-hand combat bone in my fucking body. But I tell you what though, I am one hell of a goddamn shot. See, I practice. But yeah, that guy, I don't know, yeah, he does look pretty ticked off. So I'm almost wondering, if they listed 60-some people coming to this. Were they like 20 of them?
No, we didn't. We made a separate Facebook event.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, then I feel kind of bad for those guys because they had 60-some. Like I said, I don't hate cops and I don't, bow down to them either. That's why I'm literally in between you guys. like I said, just don't abuse your position, but I don't wish you any ill regard.
And then on top of that, what makes me more toward this way is because the good ones, if there were all those good cops, they should be fucking getting the rest of them out of there.
Yeah, but a lot of times they get railroaded. How many times have you heard of the good cops getting
But see,
railroaded
the
trying to
majority
do
always
something?
rule, though. If it's the majority of them, that
If
are
enough
not
of
bad,
them stand, yeah.
right, that's like us. If enough,
Unfortunately,
if enough of us stand up, a lot more gets done.
Yeah, how many times do you hear about that thin blue line where they're covering for each other and shit like that?
See,
And
that's part of the
that
problem.
it is.
That's part of the fucking problem. I mean, if my cousin murders somebody, I'm not going to be saying free him. I'm going to say you did that shit. You need to take your ass down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. I love you. But take your goddamn.
Yeah, I mean you fucked up. You gotta deal with the
That's
consequences.
a genius to fucking. But how you gonna ask us not to snitch? And y'all have a no snitch policy. That's what I'm saying. You cannot enforce law if you don't follow it.
Yes.
That's fucked up. I mean, I'm
My
sorry.
mom always said, do what I say, not what I do.
Right. Practice what you
And I
fucking
didn't
preach.
respect that, of course.
And then if all else fails, we pay your fucking your salary. So you are a fucking employee of the
And
fucking
the settlements when you knock somebody out or when you kill someone or when you rape somebody.
That
we
come
end up
out of
paying
our
your
fucking
settlement.
pocket.
Comes out of our pocket.
Yep.
You know.
So we double and triple fucking paying people for
Watch
your
what
fuck
happens
up.
when I take this fat fucker's picture.
Mario rights
There.
and your rights.
I'm my GoPro.
I got a serious question for all you. Y'all got your rights to do whatever you want, however you want to do it, or whatever. You got a sign that says all lives matter. They're chanting over here Black Lives Matter. The question that I have is,
I'm
I support your right to carry. More power to you. But you're all here trying to do the same thing. You I'm not talking to because you're disrespecting the American flag.
We all just agree that
How about we disrespect you?
I'm asking questions. I'm trying to get a better understanding.
not that hard to figure out.
But I'm trying to get a better understanding. The understanding that I'm trying to get is, okay, men and women whether your family, my family, his family, their family, have died for that symbol you're stepping on.
Right.
Okay?
A lot of people have been killed for that.
I understand it, but that is by their choice. It is their choice to join the military. That's their choice to join the military.
I'm saying the United States has killed a lot of people. A lot of blood has been shed on behalf of this flag for imperialism and colonialism and racism and slavery and all of that.
So does your neighborhood heroin dealer. So does your neighborhood heroin crack dealer. Prescription medication and heroin are two of the biggest epidemics.
These are not people that come shooting at really heroin.
So you mean to tell me, that right there, just because he has a badge, he's just going to come up and start shooting people?
You never know.
They're worried I'm going to shoot them.
Because I'm pretty sure somebody in his department is a racist. Somebody in his department fucking is out here doing all kind of shit to people, and they're not telling on them. So he is just as bad as the motherfucker who's doing shit.
Okay.
He's not telling on them.
Okay.
There's good and there's the bad, and it's the bad ones. Now,
You take the good, you take the bad.
I'm not on either end. You know, I'm literally and figuratively in the middle here. I'm not on their far end. I'm not on their far end. I like a little bit of both.
Yeah, and I understand that. I totally do.
It's a variety.
It's a variety, but see, the thing of it is, they're chanting Black Lives Matter. You're just holding a sign that says All Lives Matter.
I don't think any one genre or group of people should be worth more than anybody else.
That's another conversation. That's not what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? At all. When we say that, it's because our lives.
It's like you were done.
I understand. You guys, when it comes to dealing with police, I understand exactly what you're talking about as far as being on the short end of the stick with that. So, I mean, I'm not trying to, you know.
Of course.
You
See,
get what I'm
everybody
going.
don't understand. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell him. That's not what that means.
Yeah.
It's like if I say black power, it's not the same thing as saying white power.
But I think that's where people miscommunication is, because I understand why that some people would see it as a symbol of freedom, but other people would see it as a symbol of slavery and genocide and oppression. And so we may not agree on that. We just have to see it differently, and you have to just understand that standing on that flag doesn't negate whatever heroic sacrifices somebody may have made for the symbolism that they believed in.
It's not personalized towards people.
Like we were just talking about that.
And I just met him today. I told him I thought he's an asshole. And you know what? That's my right to say it. He's got the right to do it. I don't agree with it.
But also talking to me, do you really think I'm an asshole aside from standing on this fucking flag?
Aside from stepping on the flag, no. I hold a little bit up for.
He's got more sense than most people. You know that?
I'm not trying to shut nothing down. I appreciate what those guys are doing.
See, this is where the disrespect comes in. They talking about police lives matter.
Hey. Oh, shit.
Get that bitch.
That's what he was waiting for. That's theft, asshole.
Get that bitch.
Oh, he's getting in his car. Oh, shit. Hey, where are you? That's fucking theft, man. Come on. It's theft and you're just sitting there. What the hell are you doing? Seriously, man. You were you? Yeah, but that's theft. I mean, seriously. No.
I'll take my bad sloppy ass.
Seriously, I mean, why can't you do just that? Can you call? I mean, that was a crime. That was theft. Huh? Well, when he comes back, I'm sure he'll frickin' complain. I'm sorry? All right. Yeah, that was messed up. I mean, did you see that at least? You saw it? Okay. Hey, you got... He says they didn't do nothing because they don't have a complainant. You got to file a complaint.
Right.
Fucking flag.
He waited
What a
green
fucking clown.
so he could go get in the car.
You know, I was watching
chains.
him. I was about to say something. I was going to say he was walking up behind you. I thought he was going to clock you.
Oh yeah, right. See,
I thought he was going to clock you, but then he
when he was
grabbed
coming
it.
around, that's why I picked the flag up and tied it to my pants and came around.
Wow, that's some fucked up shit.
He
cares so much.
He says you have to file a complaint before they'll do anything.
Sure. Together?
Wow.
After he just drove off like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's reckless driving at the least.
Speeding! He's breaking the law!
Don't leave yourselves hanging out here.
But doesn't matter, I got about 30 more at the house. That was just the biggest one.
I hear the best place to get him is Lake Drive.
Thank you for that information.
Is it good flower material? Yeah, they usually are good.
Boo. Boo. Ah, boo. I wouldn't put it past them.
We don't need no bullshit arson charges.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Watch it. Don't be what you call it, trespassing. No, they'll do whatever they can to fuck with it. Yep.
He's not allowed to say shit like that.
Don't arrest
Break this fucking
Arrest
woman.
the police! Don't arrest me! Arrest the police! Don't arrest me! Arrest the police! No, you just shook his hand! Arrest the police! Don't arrest me!
He just arrested
Don't
you.
arrest me!
You shook his hand?
In the red hood. Pervert motherfucker, you. Pervert. Yeah, look at this. Yeah. You're a pervert, you fucking weirdo. And why would you messing up and stop the You're a fucking pervert.
Somebody stole his
Fucking
property.
weirdo.
You guys just sat there.
You just threatened to try and rape an elderly woman. You're a fucking pervert. I'm gonna make sure that they press charges on you. That's why I wrote down your damn license.
Shame on you!
dumbass.
Shame on you!
Going straight to
Shame
District
on
1 as
you!
soon as I go home.
Shame on you!
Shame on you!
Shame on you!
I got an all-on recording too.
Shame
That he
on
threatened to
you!
try and rape that
Shame on
elderly
you!
woman,
Shame on
58-year-old
you!
woman.
Shame on
Said he was gonna pull her hair
Shame
and
on
ride her
you!
like a hog. Said he was gonna fuck her until she bled. What a fucking idiot. And you guys didn't do
But
shit.
here's the thing. Do you hear the way you're talking, sir?
Because that shit pisses me off, because that's some perverted ass shit. And you guys are not going to do your job.
I understand, but you're swearing
You let
too.
people sit there and try and tell.
He didn't
I'm
tell
swearing.
he swore
I'm not
he
threatening to
threatened to
rape
rape
a
somebody.
woman. He just did.
He just
I didn't hear
threatened
that.
violence.
Of course you did.
He just threatened violence. We're not threatening violence on anybody.
I told him to leave, didn't I?
You also shook his hand.
If you really wanted to protect us,
You allow people to try and come and steal. You allow people to come and steal property from right up underneath somebody's nose, and you guys just sat there in your vehicles and didn't do
Well, you
nothing.
guys make sure you're on private property.
Yeah, well, you didn't say that to his fat ass when he was walking around up here talking shit.
Property was stolen. Where were you?
Yeah, the guy who stole the flag was sitting there
You
too.
didn't say one word
I
to him.
just ate in this restaurant and I got a receipt for it. Now what?
You still have to be on. They're still requesting
Where were
that
you
you
when
be
his
on
private property was
I
stolen?
can walk
sir?
over there if I
Where were
want.
you when his private property was
Do you
stolen?
want to file a complaint?
We are going to call
Yeah,
for
you can
things.
file a complaint.
Whatever. You could have stopped it then, sir.
You can file a complaint.
You didn't want to stop it though, right? Just like Dontre Hamilton getting shot 14
If I catch him, I'm
times.
gonna beat his ass.
checking him, asking for his permit. But no, this guy, he don't get checked. Why aren't you asking about that
If you
guy's
ever see him
permit?
again, tell him I'm looking for him.
He doesn't want to file a complaint.
Who are
you?
Just talking about that, like them two over there look
People
fucking
shouting
real
at us
angry
like,
as fuck.
who are you?
And I saw them inching towards us. That's why I tied the flag to my thing.
I wish I would have said that.
He looked,
You know what?
He looked like he was stealing a base in baseball.
You know, like I said, I wish I would have said, as much as I think it's fucked that you did that, it's still, he's stealing your fucking property.
Policemen, now look, they bring out their own flag.
Right.
They weren't there the whole damn time. Now they bring out their own.
Law-abiding citizen. Right.
Now what if we stole their flag?
I was screaming about it, and threatening to try to rape you. And they didn't. And they saw me. I didn't hear that. They turned and told us that we had to stay off of the property, but he was able to run around out here and try to do all that bullshit the whole time. See, it was all a setup. But then this fat fucker in the damn truck gonna sit there and talk about he's gonna rape a 58-year-old woman. I will pull your hair and fuck you until you
How
bleed.
the hell did it escalate to that? I missed.
Because he was fucking shooting up at his mouth. And she said, she sat on her mouth.
Oh, and he didn't.
Fuck you,
He didn't
and all
like
that.
what.
And so he wanted to come off with that bullshit.
He
They
said
claimed
one
that
up.
they told him that he couldn't be on the property. Well, he was walking around on the property the whole time.
He
didn't
was
say
down there
shit.
walking or talking to me.
He was sitting there the whole time. They didn't say shit.
I'm giving it
Nothing.
to people, Ryan. She's got a couple.
Just like when they seen the situation with the flag, they didn't do nothing about it.
Yeah, they said you gotta file a complaint. Well, even still, you saw it. Not to mention the way that he drove off. You know.
Reckless driving, strong arm robbery.
Did anybody catch the car he took off in now?
I'm sure my GoPro got it. I don't know. Well, I might have the plate on, but I definitely, as soon as I saw what happened, I followed it with my
I
GoPro.
was wondering why he was standing up.
He was creeping. He stood there the
That guy
whole
was back here
time.
the whole time.
The
kicking
whole
it.
time. And then
they
when he
had the other
started
guy
creeping,
in
I
the
thought he was
Jeep.
going to come,
Then
you know,
they had
not
the
try
other
to
guy
knock
in the
him out or
Jeep that
some
was
shit.
trying backing him up.
Yeah, I just
All the
didn't.
setup.
The look on his face, he looked mean and upset, and I just didn't like him from the get-go.
Yeah, now they bring out their flags and stuff and do all of that after you stole it. They had that. That was the plan all along.
We gotta go over there and take his flag.
Oh, we probably
No,
get
because he's
beat.
going to file a complaint. You come into the, you doing the open mic tonight, right?
You know, well, thank you. And you said you'd shake anybody's hand.
Oh, sure.
I tell you what,
I'd shake their hand if they stuck it out.
I'm gonna flat be honest with you, because I'm sure you've read my sign.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I by no means don't hate police, and I wasn't expecting them to be here. And I don't know if you noticed, but I told both those guys literally and figuratively, I stood in the middle of them.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law is a state patrol officer, nicest guy in the world. He'd give.
Be a Fort McCoy next week.
Oh yeah. Well, my brother-in-law, great guy as he is, he'd give his own mother a ticket.
Yeah.
You know, that's the kind of guy he is. He goes back to the store, and you know, when they don't charge him for something, says, "Hey, look, you know, let me pay you." I know there are great cops out there, but that there's is sadly
There are bad in everything.
everything,
Yep.
and I just
There are, and what here's my issue is I just didn't like the fact that the vulgarity and the spitting and
that kind of those guys
got a
were
little out of
out there,
control.
and they got a little uppity with me. They didn't like the fact that I was recording. I was like, well, what you know, you're in public. You got no right
and
expectation
the
of
fact
privacy.
is that they're screaming at them and they're just standing there, and that's why I said you know what, this gentleman here is protesting and he's saying what he needs to say, but
Sure.
you know what, he's doing it the right way. You know what I mean? So I respect that, and I just want to let you know that. And like I said to them, because they were upset that we didn't do anything about the flag. Well, obviously, you know what? We need to complain it. Okay? So I went up to the gentleman and I said, "Do you want to file a
I
complaint?"
did see that.
And he shoved the phone in my face and said, "F you, I don't want to file a
Yeah,
complaint."
I'm not a big fan of his, regardless with the whole flag stomping deal. But
There were a couple. There were like 3 or 4 guys that pulled up in cars that were veterans, like of the recent Gulf War here.
yeah,
And said if
you
we
weren't
didn't have
here,
kids,
oh,
if we didn't have, if I
they're
just
not
didn't have-
afraid to go to jail,
if I just-
basically.
right. If I just didn't have a child, I definitely would go take that flag from underneath his feet. And that guy, I was watching him, and I told one of my
I was
guys,
watching.
I said that guy that's standing by the car.
I said, you watch. He's going to snake off. He's going to do something to that.
I thought he was going to knock him out or something.
Well, if that was the case, he would have went to jail.
Well, I got a question, though. I mean, if you guys witnessed the crime, and then did you see the way he peeled out?
See, that I couldn't see.
Man, he took off like a bat out of hell, squealing the tires, and he jumped on 794.
Yeah, I couldn't see past my partner's car.
Oh, okay.
Did I witness that? Yes, but here's the thing. How many staged things are there at events?
Sure.
There are. Where people stage different things.
Okay,
so that's why you got to sit back and wait. Now, what's the reaction? Now, everybody else complained that his flag was taken.
Yeah.
But him. So I actually walked up to the gentleman.
I saw that.
He says, yeah, because after I told that other guy who was actually starting trouble, he was for the police, he said, but he was starting trouble, and I said, you're not helping anything.
Sure.
I said, you should really leave. I said, you're on private property. They're respecting the fact that I said you need to leave, and he actually left.
Yeah.
But he put his hand out, so I shook his hand.
Yeah.
And they took offense to that. I said, I'll shake any one of your hands. And the one guy said, I'm not shaking your effing hand. Okay, fine.
Yeah, some of those guys really kind of threw me for a loop, but.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, though.
Not a problem. And I do appreciate and acknowledge,
There's good men and everything. And see,
yeah, but with your job though, you're dealing primarily with the shit of society, so.
Every day.
So, I mean, to an extent, you got to cut you guys some slack, so.
Well, it's every day that you realize and you wake up and you know that you come into work and you're not going to see flowers and daisies and stuff.
Yeah.
You see the worst of the worst.
Yeah, yeah.
And, it's whether it's, somebody's parents die and you have to sit there and inform them and watch them grieve or whatnot, you take that home.
Yeah, sure.
So, and you know that. And so
yeah.
It is what it is. But like you said, there are bad. And those bad people need to go to jail, and they need to be held to we need to be held to a higher standard.
I agree with that.
I tell every one of the men that I train.
I do agree with that.
So I said, you guys need to be held to a higher standard. I says, somebody wants to give you a free cup of coffee, you say, no, I need to pay for it. And if they don't argue the fact, so if they say no, we insist, they give them a $2 or $3 tip.
Yeah. Okay.
And walk away. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That way you're still.
Or pay it forward for the next person or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Well, with that said, are you taking off out of here then?
I am.
Put your seatbelt on.
Take care. Thank you, sir.
Have a good one. Oh, that was cool. That was cool.